Hi, first graders, and welcome to the beautiful or the snowy Minnesota. I thought it would be fun to do a little read aloud, and I'm going to share a chapter a day with you guys on Seesaw. So I'll be sharing one chapter at a time. But how perfect! It snowed this weekend. Ask Miss Field how she's feeling about it. Not excited. But I thought, what better place to pretend that we are instead of the snow than a sunny vacation. Oh, that sounds amazing. So Miss Field's going to read you a story, and it is called Junie B. First Grader, Aloha-ha-ha. Ooh, does anybody know what aloha means? Put your finger on your nose if you do. Aloha means hello in the Hawaiian language. So we say hi or hello, but if you speak Hawaiian, you say aloha. So here we go. Junie B. First Grader, Aloha-ha-ha. Chapter 1. Chapter 1 is called Flinging. Friday. Dear First Grade Journal, I've got big news. I've got big news. Last night, Daddy told me a happy surprise, and it's called My Family is Going on Vacation. And it is going to be the time of our life, I tell you. I am trying to save my news for show and tell, but I don't think I can wait that long. That is how come I am going to ask my teacher to start that activity right exactly now. Please stand by. I stopped writing and raised my hand. Mr. Scary was not looking at me. When teachers don't look, you have to stand up and shout. Or else, how are they supposed to notice you? I stood up and shouted, Mr. S, Mr. S, Mr. S, how long until we have show and tell? Do you know? Mr. Scary wrinkled his eyebrow at me. I'm not supposed to call him Mr. S, I believe. Please sit down, Junie B, he said. It's still journal time, and journal time is quiet time. I nodded. Yeah, I know. Only I'd actually like to wrap things up and get started with show and tell right now. Mr. Scary sucked in his cheeks. Sit down, he said again. We will have show and tell shortly. I looked at the clock. How many minutes is shortly? I asked. Is 1 minute shortly? Or 8 minutes? Or 11 minutes? On account of it's even 1 minute, I probably can wait. But 11 minutes would be out of the question. Mr. Scary walked back to my desk, and he sat me in my chair. I glanced up at him. Oh, I'm looking for a rough estimate here, I said. Just then, my neighbor named May leaned across the aisle, and she did a giant shh in my face. I quick wiped my cheek. Ew, I hollered, ew, 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 'cause May got spittle on me. That's why, and spittle is the grown-up word for spitooey. I zoomed to the back of the room, and I climbed on the stool to reach the faucet, but Mr. Scary beat me to it. He wet a paper towel and wiped my face. Thank you, I said. I needed that. Mr. Scary rolled his eyes. You're being very rambunctious this morning, aren't you, Junie B. Jones? He said. I scratched my head at that vocabulary. Okay, you lost me on that one, I said. Rambunctious, he repeated. Rambunctious means, May's voice interrupted. Bad, she called out. Bunctious means bad, Junie Jones. You're being bad this morning. Bad, 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 bad. I turned to look at her. Her chair was spun around to face the back of the room. She was watching me like an audience. Mr. Scary ran his hands his fingers through his hair. Then he went to May's desk and he turned her right back in the right direction. Teachers spend a lot of time adjusting people. After he came back, he bent down next to me and he made his voice more private. Junie B., I know why you're excited, he said. Your mother called me on the phone last night and she told me about your vacation next week. I threw my arms out real thrilled and I flinged myself way high in the air. I can't even wait. I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait, I said. Mr. Scary grabbed my arm and he kept me from flinging. Okay, see, this is the wild behavior that I'm talking about, he said. I really need you to stay calm until show and tell, Junie B. Can you do that for me? Please? I thought for a second. Then I shrugged my shoulders. Yeah, only I don't actually know if I can do that, I said, 'cause I'm already trying to be calm, and this is how it's turning out. My teacher tapped on his chin. Maybe we can make a deal, he said. How about this? If you stay quiet and calm until show and tell, I'll let you go first. How does that sound? I bounced up and down, and I was so excited about that idea. That sounds like a D-E-E-L, I said. You mean D-E-A-L, said Mr. Scary. Deal is spelled with an A, Junie B. Whatever, I said. After that, I twirled real fast in a happy circle, and I accidentally spun myself into the ground. On my way down, I knocked over the trash can and the sink stool. All of room 1 turned to look at me. I sat up and I waved my fingers. Do not be alarmed, people. I am perfectly okay. After that, I stood up and dusted myself off. Then I went back to my seat. I looked at the clock again. No minutes had passed by at all. Hardly. I put my head down and did a groan. Time is as slow as a turtle. Be back tomorrow to find out what happens in chapter 2.